Sitting here with attorney Doug O'Connell. And Doug, a lot of people are talking about tax stamps, you know, with SBRs and suppressors and that $200 tax stamp fee. And now here we go with this big, beautiful bill. So Doug, did we really get rid of that $200 fee?
Sort of, yeah. In regard to suppressors and short barrel rifles, the $200 tax is now limited or reduced to zero. If you want to possess a machine gun or a destructive device like a hand grenade, you still got to pay the $200 fee or tax. But the interesting thing, I think, you know, if you're a law nerd, is when you look at the basis for the National Firearms Act, it's a tax statute. The legal justification for the federal government to impose that law was taxes, federal taxes, right? And so if in regard to suppressors and SBRs, you've eliminated that tax, then what's the legal justification for maintaining the registry for people to, when they go get their SBR or their suppressor? There is no legal justification. And this isn't just me talking, other people have the same idea. In fact, I understand Gun Owners of America and some other groups have already filed a lawsuit up in North Texas, which is considered generally favorable for Second Amendment cases. And they're challenging this law to get the rest of it gutted, because if you have eliminated the tax and left the law in the books, or part of the law in the books, there is no legal justification for that. So my prediction is, at least as to SBRs and suppressors, it'll take a while, but eventually all of that will become completely legal and unregulated under the National Firearms Act.
Because I know the whole thing with the bill was you couldn't really change law with this bill because it's more like a finance bill. So that's why that part was pulled out in the Senate. And so they just left, you know, said, okay, we'll just remove the tax. And now what that does is that lets Silencer Shop, Gun Owners of America, some other groups go in there and say, hey, okay, we're going to sue the ATF because there's no reason why we should have the whole system at all. And when does this go into effect?
Yeah, that's a good question. For the SBRs and suppressors, eliminating the tax January 1st of 26.
Nice. All right, as always, more guns equals less crime. Go ahead and buy yourself a gun. Better yet, wait till January the 1st, get yourself an SBR, build yourself an SBR, get yourself a suppressor.